Niall, you said always putting out fires. I would say yes. I've joked to my husband, this is a drama business. There's usually a lot of drama getting to closing. I don't count on my closing happening until after it closes, more or less. I've just learned that the hard way, and I don't get emotional about it anymore. Like in the beginning I did, because I'm like, I need to make this money. I'm really counting on this. But I've learned, I've turned up the volume, I'm doing more deals, and so I don't get emotionally attached to any of them because stuff happens and things need to be worked out. And so there is usually some kind of drama, like I mentioned on the ones I did today. Hi, Margot. Shaniqua, how to find land deals. Well, I just described a little bit, Shaniqua, about how I do that by sending out mail and waiting for motivated sellers to call me. I do send out blind offers, Shaniqua, so I am giving them a price. So when they call me, they've seen my price and they're still interested. So Niall, what list do you recommend pulling as a new land flipper? I pull a list from DataTree. And how are you finding your cash buyers for your land deals other than Facebook? Okay, I think I mentioned that already. I'm putting them on the MLS. I'm also advertising on land.com. And then, hi Sam, thanks for all your questions. I saw them and I will try to get to them. Do you use the same contract with your buyer as the one with the seller and just do some changes? No, I don't use the same contract. First of all, I don't usually have to bring the contract for the end buyer because they usually have an agent. And so they usually bring me the state form that the Real Estate Commission issues and has vetted. But I do have another contract that I use if someone's not represented, but it's not a one-page contract, it's several pages. So it's not the same. And then you said, what questions to ask your seller? Well, you need to know, seller, are you on the deed? Are you the person who's listed on the deed? Yes, okay. Good, so you're talking to the right person. Okay, seller, does your property have access from a road? How do you get to your property? And then if they say yes, then you need to know, is that a private road, a city road, a county road? Who maintains it? And do you have legal access to cross or to reach your property from a public road? That is super important. Those are the two most important. And then I oftentimes, my number one question is, why are you selling? Because I need to know motivation, because if I don't know their motivation, I may as well not know anything, because nothing else matters if they're not motivated, because I'm buying the property at 25% of retail price. Gosh, there's a lot of questions here. Joe, I see you said, how do you run your numbers? I'm not exactly sure if I understand the question, but I can say what I just started to say was, like, I look at the retail market value, and if that's 100%, I'm looking to buy at 25%, and I'm looking to sell at 75%. I hope that's what you're asking. Joel, would you mind sharing one of your listing examples? I wouldn't mind, except for that I'm not real good with how to screen share on Facebook Live. I have done some comp examples and I've posted them in the group, so you're welcome to look for those. What's the difference between double closing and simultaneous in closing in terms of the end buyer knowing what you're making in the deal? Yeah, in a double closing, that means the end buyer's money is being used to fund the seller, and in some states it's legally required that you disclose to them what you're buying it for. In a simultaneous close, I'm just closing them on the same day but at different times, so I don't have to disclose that. Hope that helps. Joel asked, do you use the same attorney for all your closes? No, I do not. If it's in I use the same attorney in each state. So in Tennessee I have one, in North Carolina I have one, and I use the same one if it's in that state. But I can't use a Tennessee attorney to do a closing in North Carolina, or vice versa. Hi Johanna, what do you do to unsold land and the contract with the seller has lapsed? Oh, okay. If the contract has lapsed, I call the seller and say, can we extend it? Okay, because I can't do anything with it if I don't have it under contract. Joe asks, how do you run comps on your land deals? So Joe, I do that like you would expect to do for a house. So I just look at like kind properties to mine in the area, immediate area around the subject property, and I'm looking for what did a similar property sell for recently in the same area, and that gives me my comp. That gives me an idea of what people are willing to pay for property in that area, property that's the same as mine. Hi Michelle. What are the average purchase prices of properties when just starting out? You know, Michelle, that is a personal decision. So you have to have your own set of goals, and you have to know what you're trying to achieve with each deal before you even start looking for property. So private message me about that, Michelle, and I'll help you set those goals. Okay, Joel asks, do you pay the attorney a flat fee per transaction? So Joel, I just pay them their fee for closing, and so yes, I guess it's a flat fee, but I let them set the fee. I mean, well, they have their own set of fees, so hope that helps. Oh, hi Anthony. No, I'm not assigning contracts. No, I'm closing on the deals myself. All right, you know, the real key to my success has been consistent daily action. Okay, I'm sending out mail each and every week without fail. That is the only way to find deals, at least the way that I'm doing it. Okay, there's probably other ways. You can cold call, you can text, you can skip trace. I don't do any of those because I'm lazy and I want them to call me. But if you take the steps and you send the mail, I mean, you will find motivated sellers. This is a proven business model, okay? And you can start as small or as large as you would like. I talked to someone the other day who's buying $800 properties out west and selling them on seller financing for $15,000, $20,000 each. That's another way to make money in real estate. That's not how I do it, but that's working for that person. And so I'm just letting you know that you can do any size deal that you want. And then you can invest your own money if you have $800, or you can do what I do and get bigger properties, more expensive properties under contract, and then simultaneously close them. Or you can use one of dozens of other investment options like a double close without risking your own money. So if you have any questions, go ahead and reach out to me by posting a question on this page, or you can send me a private message. I'd love to hear about your journey into real estate investing, what brought you here, and what are you hoping to learn in this group. I'd love to help you get your land investing business moving forward today, because you can do this, and I will be happy to help you. Thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend. All right, bye-bye.